All right, welcome to Module 6. By this point, you must be so sick of hearing my voice, but stick with it. At some point, we're actually going to get to the production process and start growing some microgreens, but I think it's important to cover all this stuff to begin with. So in this model, we're going to look at sanitation and hygiene. And actually, I think this is one of the most important aspects of running a microgreens operation that you need to consider. In a way, I touched on it in the regulations piece, but really this is actually where you spend a lot of your time, and it's this, doing the protocols and following this procedure is where the real challenge in running the business is. Growing microgreens isn't that difficult, but growing them on scale and maintaining a hygienic environment is where the challenge comes in. So here's what we're going to cover in this module. We're going to do an overview of sanitation and hygiene, and I cover about sort of 11 principles that I think are important to look at. We're going to look at just basics of soap and sanitizer. We'll talk a little bit here about sanitizing seeds as well. We'll cover that later in the production process, but this is a first look at that. Then we'll talk about written plans and record keeping, and then just briefly touch on some food safety certification options that are out there as well. In this section, I'm going to offer another disclaimer as well. Once again, even though there's a lot of detail here, this really is overview and insights into hygiene and sanitation, and you really need to do your own due diligence to make sure you're meeting any guidelines or regulations that may apply to you. I think this is going to give you a very, very good sense of what to do, but it is not completely comprehensive, so please just keep that in mind. And yeah, let's take a fun little adventure into the land of hygiene and sanitation.